Good morning, students. Today we are going to analyze Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni's poem Indian Movie New Jersey. Indian Movie New Jersey. So, Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni is a distinguished Indian American poet, short story writer, and novelist. Born in Kolkata, she acquired a graduate degree from Calcutta University and later moved to the United States, where she completed her master's degree in English from Wright State University, Ohio. So, this is in a nutshell about Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. Also, she acquired so many awards and recognitions. And this poem is too a nostalgic poem, just like the other two poems we discussed earlier. There is nothing new about people migrating across countries and continents for better prospects. Why? What is the reason? There is nothing new about people migrating. People move to other countries and continents for their betterments. But once they are uprooted from their cultural, social, and geographical milieu surrounding, they are deprived of everything that once provided them with a sense of security. That means once we are uprooted from our native land, it includes cultural, social, and geographical backgrounds. We are actually, what to say, deprived of something that provided as a sense of security to us, and we will become strange or alienated in the or foreigners in the new environment, culture, lifestyle, and social structure of the new country or the host country. There are enormous numbers of South Asians settled in America as well as settlers from other parts of the world. Each group shares a collective identity and upholds a sense of togetherness in the strange and insecure conditions of the host country. That means when we each group when we become when we are migrated to a new country, what happens, our identity, whether it is a collective identity or a sense of togetherness in that strange and insecure condition of the host country, they had to face it. Divakaruni's poem, Indian Movie New Jersey, brings out this sense of togetherness in a foreign climate. That's the most thread point. Divakaruni's poem, Indian Movie New Jersey, brings out this sense of togetherness in a foreign climate. The poem is set in a movie hall in New Jersey where a group of Indian settlers are watching what a movie which brings out the typical Indian sensibility. Here, nostalgia arrives through, or nostalgia, we can see the nostalgia when the Indian settlers are watching the movie, which brings out what the typical Indian sensibility. So, we can directly move to the poem. Not like the white film stars, all rib and gaunt cheekbone, the Indian sex goddess smiles plumply from behind a flowery branch. You just imagine that you are watching a film. Okay, so Chitra Divakarani says that no, it is not like the white film stars. The body structure of Indian film stars are not like the white film stars. All rib. All rib means what? Rib, it is that the curved bonds joined our spine, and gaunt cheekbone, bony cheekbone, the Indian sex goddess. Indian sex goddess, Indian actress, and smiles plumply from behind a flowery branch. Uh, the actress gives a smile plumply, plumply in a plump, that means in a rounded way, from behind a flowery branch. Below her brief red skirt, her thighs are solid and redeeming as tree trunks. Then poet mentions about the attire, that means her brief red skirt. It is being suggested that the heroine's attire is not traditional. Okay, the her thighs are solid and redeeming. Redeeming means something that compensates for a fault. It is redeeming as tree trunks. It just looks like tree trunks. She swings her hips and the men viewers whistle. It's quite normal in the film because they're watching the Indian film or the Indian, they're actually not Indian film, Indian settlers are watching the film. So when the heroine swings her hips, then men viewers whistle. Gave whistle. The lover hero dances into a song. His lip sync a little off, but no matter, we know the words already and sing along. What happens? The lover hero, hero of the this film, dances in a song with heroine, and his synchronization, lip synchronization, a little bit off, but no matter, the viewers, they know the words already and they sing along with this. Then it is safe here, the day golden and cool, so no one sweats, roses on every every bush, and the Dal Lake clean again. What does it mean? It is safe here, the day golden and cool. Golden means very sunny, very pleasant. Is again, roses on every bush indicates an idealized image of Kashmir. Dal Lake, a lake in Srinagar. So they, when they viewed that film, all the memories started to recollect, or they thought about Kashmir. And the sex goddess switches to thickened English to emphasize a joke. The sex goddess switches to thickened English. That means the accent, what type of, the sex goddess switches to thickened English, heavily accented English to compensate a joke. We all laugh and clap hearing that, and here we need not be embarrassed. No need of any awkwardness, no need of any ashamed sense by mispronounced phrases dropping like hot lead into foreign ears. That means sometimes they are pronouncing something, that means the accented English of non-native speakers embarrasses them in front of foreigners. And the flickering movie light wipes from our faces years of American sons who want mothers and refuse to run the family store, daughters who date on the sky. Then poet mentions about the peculiarities of Americans, that is, they get immersed in the movie and temporarily forget the day-to-day issues, including the problems they face in their new country. uh, and what is this mohawk, mohawk? It's a hairstyle adopted from in North America, and they are not. They are sons of America, are not ready to look after the household activities, as well as daughters cleverly date on the sly. Date on the sly means they are cunningly or deceitfully. And when at the end the hero dies for his friend who also loves the sex goddess and now can marry her. Mm? When at the end, coming to the end, the hero dies for whom? His friend also love the sex goddess and going to marry her. Seeing this, we all weep, understanding. Even the men clear their throats to say, "What Kurbani?" For his friend, the other one is ready to leave his beloved. So, what a kurbani, what dosti. After we mill around means after we gather around, unwilling to leave, exchange greetings and good news. Even after the film, what we did, we all gathered there, we all piled up there. We are not ready to move or leave. We exchange greetings and good news, a new gold chain, a trip to about gold. It's quite quite natural that when women gather together, they talk about gold. Otherwise, a trip to India. uh, we do not speak of mortal raids, cancelled permits, stones thrown through glass windows, daughters and sons raped by dotbusters. That means we are not at all concerned about any raids, any motel raids, any roadside hotels for motorists, any raids there, or cancelled permits, or stones thrown through glass windows, or daughters and sons raped by dotbusters. Our concern is only about our India, the gold matters, all that. And in this dim foyer, in this dim hall, we can pull around us the faint, comforting smell of incense and pakoras can arrange our children's marriage with hometown boys and girls. Another funny thing is that in this dim hole, we can pull around, we feel the faint, comforting smell of incense and pakoras. What is this incense? A substance that is burned for its pleasant smell, and pakoras can arrange and they discussed about their children's marriages with hometown boys and girls, open a franchise, any franchise, win a million in the mail. We can retire in India, whether if you are in India, a yellow two-storied house with wrought iron gates, our own ambassador car. This is a situation we feel in India. When we retire in India, we can see a yellow two-storied house with iron gates, our own ambassador car, or at least move to a rich white suburb, white area, Summerfield or Fort Lee in USA, with neighbors that will talk to us. They will at least talk to us, communicate with us. Here, while the film songs still echo in the corridors and restrooms, we can trust in movie truths. What is that? Here, while the film songs still echo in the corridors and restrooms even after the film, so we can trust in movie truths, that is sacrifice, success, love, and luck, the America that was supposed to be. Sacrifice, success, love, and luck. So that means there is an apparent ambiguity in these lines. That means the speaker feels that movie truths like sacrifice, success, love, and luck cannot be realized in real life. People migrate to rich countries for better prospects. And as new Americans, immigrants are supposed to believe that life is full of fine things like these. But unfortunately, these truths only occur in films. Only in films we could see sacrifice, success, love, and luck. This is the dictum of our poet. Thank you.